Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flight 1100 to Seattle. Please take your assigned seat and place smaller items completely underneath the seat in front of you and larger items in the overhead bins. If you need assistance, a flight attendant will be happy to help. Welcome passengers to the flight. This is our second 7478 flight. Please relax and enjoy your flight. Ladies and gentlemen, all cellular devices must have airplane mode turned on. Thank you. Do you know 67 passengers? Our today's flight is from Loxia to Seattle. Flight attendants, arm doors and cross-check.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain from the flight deck. Welcome aboard the flight. We're expecting a smooth ride today, so the seatbelt sign should remain off for most of the flight. Thanks for flying with us, and once again, welcome aboard.
Yes, doors are armed. Checked. Hello ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board Daku Airways to Seattle. We'll begin our safety briefing.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
When we are taking off or landing,
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendant should start their in-flight service shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Passengers, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. We are cruising at 3,000 feet. We are serving foods, and enjoy your meal. Lavatories are available now, so you can go to the toilet if needed. Hola 6-7 on the Merry Christmas, 6-7 on the Merry Christmas. Enjoy in flight and thank you for choosing Daku Airways. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Sorry, a baby just cried, so wish you a horrible flight. Sorry about that, the seatbelt sign is malfunctioned. Now we'll be serving now. Thank Goya for choosing Ohio Daku Airways. We only have 4 eye, please crew members help. Okay Randy, the ran real aviation. Chocolate mousy cake in a glass looks delicious.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have started our initial descent and will be landing soon. Thanks for flying with us. We hope to see you again soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will be coming through the cabin shortly to collect any trash. Thank you. The chocolate cakes with 6-7 letters.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing for landing. Please return to your seats, fasten your seatbelt, place your seat back and tray table upright, and stow any remaining items. Who wants air bubble minion chocolate bar? Cabin crew prepare for landing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now landing. Take a seat. Fasten the seatbelts, turn up the tables, and lift up the reclining seat. Thank you for flying the second 7478 flight of Doku Airways. Smooth and almost tail strike. Ladies and gentlemen, we just landed in Seattle. Thank you for flying Doku Airways, and have a nice trip. And you can give us a 5-star rating. If not, we will find your house and Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will be coming through the cabin shortly to collect any trash. I hope we will fly again soon. As you prepare to leave the aircraft, please check around your seat and in the seat back pocket for any personal belongings. If you are connecting to another flight, please check the terminal monitors for your gate and departure information. Cabin crew, disarm drawers and cross-check. On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us today. We hope you enjoyed your flight, and enjoy your stay if this is your final. Give us 5 stars. If don't, we will find you.
keep your personal belongings with you at all times. Unattended luggage may be removed by airport security.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Flight 7575 to Santorini. Please
Hello,
take your
ladies and
assigned
gentlemen,
seat
this is your
and
captain
place
from the
smaller
flight
items
deck.
completely
Welcome aboard the
underneath the
flight.
seat in
We're
front of you,
expecting a smooth
and larger
ride
items
today,
in the
so
overhead
seatbelt
bins.
sign should
If you need
remain off for
assistance,
most of the
a
flight.
flight attendant
Thanks
will
for
be
flying
happy
with
to
us,
help.
and once again, welcome aboard.
When we arrive at Santorini, you will have a great time spending your holiday in Greece. Ladies and gentlemen, we are preparing for departure. Please ensure your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back and tray table are upright, and all carry-on items are stowed. Ladies and gentlemen, all cellular devices must have airplane mode turned on. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be dimming the cabin lights to enhance your comfort during the flight. Flight attendants, please help me with serving beverages.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want Wi-Fi, it's $8.000 in price, and it's a slow Wi-Fi. Oh, just kidding, it's free Wi-Fi, and it's strong.
Sorry Ran making GK and OK. Flight attendants, no more jokes with passengers or you're fired.
Now we request your full attention to flight attendants demonstrate the safety features on board this aircraft. The seatbelts are now illuminated, you must fasten the seatbelt, insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight as you may experience turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate the nearest exit. In some cases, the nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Doors can be opened by moving the hands in the direction of the arrow.
Welcome on board the supersonic of the skies. We're going to Mach 2 in midair.
Oxygen and the air pressure are always being monitored. In the event of a decompression event, an oxygen mask will automatically appear in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, place it firmly over your nose and mouth, pull your left back behind your head and breathe normally.
Express or what?
Inflate, oxygen is flowing to your mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask in firm vicinity to the other person. Keep your mask on until a uniformed crew member advises you to remove it. In the event of an emergency, please use the bracing position. Hold with your hands on top of your head and the elbows.
Flight attendants, please be seated for takeoff.
Flat on the floor. A life vest is located in the pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove it.
This is your captain from the flight deck. We have reached our cruising altitude. The flight attendant should start their in-flight service shortly. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin our in-flight service. Our crew will be coming to the cabin with food and beverages.
We wish you a Merry Christmas, passengers.
This is your first officer from the flight deck. There is some weather nearby which may cause us to encounter severe turbulence over the next couple of minutes. At this time, we recommend that flight attendants get to their jump seats.
We are going to experience turbulence.
Passengers, take off your seatbelts.
This is your first officer from the flight deck speaking. We seem to be through the worst of the turbulence. Sorry about how rough it got. The aircraft is perfectly fine now. Thank you for your cooperation and patience.
This turbulence is not rough, passengers.
Are you sure about that, Unc?
is your captain from the flight deck. We have started our initial descent and will be landing soon. Thanks for flying
Ladies
with
and
us. We
gentlemen,
hope to see you
the
again
cabin
soon.
crew will be coming through the cabin shortly to collect any trash. Thank you.
Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
As you prepare to leave the aircraft, please check around your seat and in the seat back pocket for any personal belongings. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. If you are connecting to another flight, please check the terminal monitors for your gate and departure information. On behalf of the flight crew, thank you for flying with us today. We hope you enjoyed your flight, and enjoy your stay if this is your final destination.
Welcome to Santorini passengers.
Personal belongings with you at all times.